What's up, YouTube? Your boy back once again with another sport topic, and today we're gonna talk some football, Houston Texans football. But before we get into that, I gotta say my prayers and condolences to all the family members and all the friends and all the loved ones, to all the people that were lost in that helicopter accident on Sunday, especially the family members and friends and loved ones and teammates to Kobe Bryant. When I got the news, I got the notification on my phone. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was somebody else. I'm like, somebody else named Kobe Bryant. It's another Kobe Bryant out there that do something else. It's not Kobe Bryant from the Lakers. It's not the basketball player. It's not the basketball player Kobe Bryant. It's not that Kobe Bryant. No. Especially after seeing all the stuff you've seen with LeBron passing up Kobe. I'm like, no, this is somebody else. And then I get on Instagram and I start seeing all the posts. And I'm like, what? And I mean, it was sad. I mean, coming from, my older cousins, their generation is Jordan. My younger cousins, their generation is LeBron. The kids growing up now, it's the KDs, the Kyries. Now it's gonna be the Zions and the Greek freaks and the Lucas probably. But my generation is Kobe. And y'all know I'm a Orlando Magic fan. My favorite player is Trace McGrady. And I know a lot of, like I said, my generation is Kobe. So a lot of people I went to school with are diehard Kobe Bryant fans. Diehard Kobe Bryant fans. And we used to go back and forth because, Kobe was in LA with Shaq winning titles. And Tracy was in Orlando by himself because Grant Hill always getting hurt. And losing in the first round of the playoffs. And we always going back and forth. Even though I couldn't stand the Lakers, I always respected Kobe. And I was so happy for Kobe when he won his MVP. And I was mad when he won the title against the Magic because, in '09 when he beat Dwight, I'm a Magic fan, but I've always respected Kobe. And it's just a sad situation because it's true that we all grow up in the backyard. Kobe throwing the shot in, or we throwing trash away at work, and we be like, Kobe. Is for him to lose his life at the age of 41 is just so sad. And I wouldn't feel right doing this video, even though it has nothing to do with basketball. I wouldn't feel right doing this video this week without saying something. So, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. And like I said, my prayers to his wife and his other 3 kids and his former teammates and coaches and all his family members and friends and loved ones and all his Kobe Bryant fans. I know a lot of y'all out there taking it real hard. I just want to say my prayers out to all y'all. Now, the Texans dropped some news yesterday. They made it official. They gave Bill O'Brien the official general manager tag, gave Jack Easterby the vice president tag, and that kind of is weird because when Rick Smith left, didn't he say that he was still going to be vice president? Didn't he say it was like a comma, not a period? But now Jack Easterby is the vice president. We're going to get into it in a minute why that's kind of odd. But Bill O'Brien, the general manager, I know a lot. Don't let people fool y'all. Cause I know a lot of people out there. Ain't nothing changed. It's the same thing. It's not that big of a deal. He's been doing this for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months. He's been doing it all year. It's a huge deal. It's a big deal because he officially has a title. It's one thing being the interim. One thing acting in place because there's always a possibility somebody gonna walk through that door. They're gonna go after the general manager here. They're gonna go after the general manager there. Somebody gonna walk through that door. Not when he has the title. Not when he has the official title. Ain't nobody walking through that door. He's it. The buck stops with him. No more. The buck stops with him. He's making the decisions. Now you got to trust him with free agency. Talking and negotiating the deal with Reader, whatever they're going to do. Roby, whatever they're going to do. Getting Tunsil signed. Getting a Deshaun extension. Draft picks. Things like that. Do you really trust this man walking to his office doing that? And people might say, man, but look at his track record so far this season, with Carlos Hyde and Tunsil and Steele and Duke. And I like the plays he brought in. Conley, I like the plays he brought in. I think Conley's going to improve. I like what Carlos Hyde did. Tunsil is a Pro Bowler. I like Ken Steele. I like Duke. But the problem is, it's multiple problems with this situation. You're talking about a guy who has zero impulse. He has no regard with draft picks. Even though I like the acquisitions, the only acquisition that you can say that's good from top to bottom is Carlos Hyde, because he gave up a person that they were going to cut in Martinez Rankin. And not only did you bring him in, you got complete production out of him. He had a career year under you for a guy that you was about to cut. That's a win from top to bottom. You gave up a 3 to get Duke, a 2 and 2 1s to bring in Larry Tunsil, and to get Kenny Stills. Even though I like all those players and I'm glad they're on the team, my problem is the way that he's using. You gave up. You paid a lot. You paid a lot to get him, which is cool if you use them to the maximum of their ability, which he has not. He has not used them to the maximum of their ability. He constantly underutilizing them. I mean, go look at Duke Johnson's numbers in Cleveland with Baker Mayfield, with Deshaun Kaiser, with Tyrod Taylor, and whoever else was it, Kelsler, whoever else was the quarterback out there in Cleveland. Look at his numbers then, and look at his numbers with Deshaun. He's way more utilized in Cleveland with bad quarterback play. Kenny Stills, when Fuller's not playing, just take Kenny Stills and put him in, have him run deep. You don't do that. You just run the exact same offense, do whatever you was doing. You paid up a premium for these guys. You gave up premium picks that you don't have this year and next year. And you're not even using these guys to the best of their abilities. And now you have to give Tunsil a big contract. That doesn't make any sense. That's the problem, and that's the impulse. And my thing is this: y'all know how I feel about Bill O'Brien. And once we gave Anthony Weaver the defensive coordinator tag, I'm like, okay, cool. We not going to go after head coach. That pipe dream is sailed. Forget about that. But my issue is you hire a guy to be your head coach. You hire a guy, an offensive-minded guy, to be your head coach. These are his offensive numbers. This is the job that you hired him for. 14. You were ranked 17th in offense, 14th in scoring, 9-7 season. 15. You ranked 19th in offense, ranked 26th in scoring, a 9-7 season. 16. You were ranked 29th in scoring, 29th in offense, 28th in scoring, a 9-7 season. 2017. You were ranked 20th in offense, 17th in scoring, and you were 4-12. Now you're gonna say, man, he didn't have no quarterback. And then when he did have a quarterback, he was hurt with the injuries and not having the team. And now what? All right, let's talk about with Deshaun Watson as his quarterback and his offensive weapons. 2018, ranked 15th in offense, 12th in scoring, 11-5 season. Ranked 9th in 2019, ranked 13th in scoring. Ranked 13th in offense, ranked 12th in scoring, in a 10-6 season. He has yet to have a top 10 offense in scoring or total offense with this quarterback, without this quarterback. And he's an offensive-minded guy. That's the job you hired him for. And you give him a promotion after that? When we talk about guys who have the title of head coach and general manager in the past, because Bill Belichick doesn't even have that title. Bill Belichick's been to 9 Super Bowls, won 6, and he doesn't even have the title of general manager and head coach. Sean Payton, who's won a Super Bowl, doesn't even have the title of general manager and head coach. Now, both of those do general manager type things, but they don't even have that title. Guys who have had that title, like Jimmy Johnson's, I think Mike Shanahan, I think Bill Walsh, I think Shula, Bill Parcells, guys like that. These are guys that have multiple championships and multiple championship appearances. That's what they've had. They earned it. I'm going to take you back to when, a couple of years ago, when the Raiders were about to hire John Gruden, and the report came out they were going to give him 10 years, $100 million, $10 million, and give him a stake in the franchise. And Stephen A. was mad and said, hey, if the Saints want to give Sean Payton a stake in the franchise, if the Patriots want to give Bill Belichick a stake in the franchise, I'm completely on board with that. But not John Gruden. What's he done? Yeah, he won a Super Bowl, but that's what Tony Dungy's team, if you want to be real about it. Why does he deserve a stake in the franchise? I'm going to say this about Bill O'Brien. What has he done proving his expertise side of the ball? Ranked 17th, ranked 19th, ranked 29th, ranked 20th, ranked 15th, ranked 13th. Ranked 14th in scoring, 26th in scoring, 28th in scoring, ranked 17th in scoring, ranked 12th in scoring, ranked 12th in scoring. on his side of the ball, with quarterback, without quarterback, whatever. What you hired him for? 9-7, 9-7, 9-7, 11-5, and 10-6 for the job you hired him for, and you give him a promotion? See, we've all been wrong. You know, us as fans, us people on ESPN, everybody that talks about the Texans, Sauce Nation, everybody, we've all been wrong because we all been don't have offensive line, don't have a quarterback, defense trash, rack trash, Bill O'Brien trash. We blame everybody. We missing the most important person, the person you should be has the most blame. Cal McNair. Cal McNair is the real problem with the Houston Texans. The reason why is because he's the person who's running the team right now and does not know nothing. He does not know anything about football, which is cool. But in having that, he's not even surrounding himself around people who know football. You know, it's just like, you know, somebody owns a company and, you know, they build up a company, build up a very successful company, and they hand down to their children before they leave. And their children don't know how to run this company. They didn't run the company. They just was handed, they was fortunate they was in the right gene pool that they father or mother, whoever, had a company and they handed it down to them. And they effed it up. They effed it up. Always happens. They don't know the day-to-days and they go and they eff it up. That's the situation that we're witnessing right now with the Texans. Because remember, this is a new franchise, 2002. If I'm not mistaken, Bob McNair didn't bring Cal in to help him with the team until like 4 or 5 years in. He wasn't there in the beginning. I mean, of course, he was probably around because his dad buying the franchise. He probably took some couple pictures. But as far as running and being involved with it, he wasn't around until 4 or 5 years. And it's not like he grew up with the Texans. It's not like Amy Adams, the daughter of Bud Adams in Tennessee, who she grew up with the Oilers and slash Titans. The Rooneys and other franchises, the kids in like the Jim Irsay's and so the kids come over and take over the franchises. They didn't grow up in the franchise and they didn't run the franchise year to year. And some of those people might be just football smart people. He's not. He's not a football smart person. And he's not a person who was with the franchise from the very beginning anyway. Not to mention, it wasn't like his heart is dear to the franchise because he grew up with this franchise as a little kid. He's a grown-ass man when the franchise was invented. He wasn't even with the franchise at the beginning. He didn't come in until later on. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's not surrounding him. And that's okay. He's a billionaire. He ain't got no nothing about football. He ain't got no squad about these numbers and offensive rankings and stuff like that. And personnel and this. He ain't got nothing about that. But since you don't know that, you need to put people in place to do. And just because this guy's your head coach, you listen to him, yeah. And this statement, I'm happy with the progress that we've shown. I just gave you the numbers. You had the worst record. That's the most good thing. You were 11-5 the year before. You 10-6 this year. What progress? Did you not watch that Baltimore Ravens game? Did you not watch that Denver game? And then you give the power to a guy who is 2-4 in the playoffs. And in all 4 playoff losses have lost by double digits. And out of 4 playoff home games, you start off those games being down 30-0, which was the final score. Down 21-0 that you're making 21-7. And then the last one down 16-0 that you end up coming back and winning the game. But then you end up losing the following week by 20 when you was up by 24 at one point in the game. And you give this guy a promotion. What sense does that make? Like, this guy's now the head coach, the general manager. He's the only head coach, general manager tag, and he also has offensive play calling duty. There's only 2 coaches that call plays. That's Kyle Shanahan, a head coach that call plays. That's Kyle Shanahan, and that's Sean McVay. Everybody else, let their offensive coordinator do the job. I know Andy Reid, him and Eric, they split. He lets Eric do the majority of the play calls. He steps in every once in a while. But these are proven guys outside Kyle and Sean McVay. But you see how innovative they are. And actually, Kyle as an offensive coordinator is proven. I've been saying that for years when he was down here in Houston and had Matt Schaub leading the league and then leading the league in passing. That he's the best offensive coordinator. He's actually the best offensive coordinator that I've seen. I'm not saying the best of all time. The best that I've seen. Like I didn't watch guys back in the 70s and early 90s and 80s. So I can attest to that. But from what I've seen, Kyle's the best offensive coordinator that I've seen. And in saying all that, This guy has all those jobs, so now he's going to be in the meetings, talking to free agencies, talking to agents about free agency, and he's going to be bringing up, well, I don't think he can do this, I don't think he can do that. He's also the head coach. Well, the reason why I didn't get those yards because you didn't give me the ball. You ain't activate me that game. You ain't play me today. You took me out here. You did this. You did that. So it's a double-edged sword. Like, you're part of the reason why my numbers not getting that good. And you're going to use that the reason why I'm not going to pay you this much money. But you're the reason why. Like, so, and I said, you can't really fault Bill O'Brien because if your manager right now call you in the office when you go to work tomorrow and be like, hey, I'm giving you a promotion and a raise, you gonna take it. You gonna call whoever, like, baby, you won't believe what this idiot just did. He just gave me a promotion. Da, 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 da. This is exactly what you're gonna do. You gonna take it. So he gives Bill O'Brien a job. Bill O'Brien gonna take it. Jack Easterby, they gonna take it. And we don't know nothing about Jack Easterby. All I know is that he was a chaplain in New England. Now, he might have a football mind. I don't know, because I don't know, just because he's a chaplain don't mean he don't have football. I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody ever talks to him. He doesn't have interviews. Same thing with Cal. Cal doesn't make himself available. Bob McNair, after every game, had a little small little mini interview with the news or whatever. Like he made himself available to the media after every game. We don't hear from Cal. He doesn't make himself available. Like, over there on Kirby, they don't understand, don't know what's going on. And Bill O'Brien has caught wind of that. And what I was saying about Rick Smith, Bill O'Brien has won 2 different power struggles. And he has exactly what he wants. He has exactly what he wants. He got rid of Rick Smith. He brought in Brian Gaines. I guess Brian Gaines wasn't what he thought Brian Gaines was, and got rid of Brian Gaines, and now he's in full control. A guy who, at the job that you hired him for, is mediocre at best. And you give him everything he wants. Now, I know some of y'all might be in the comment section right now talking about, well, he's giving him enough rope to hang himself. I thought about that. I thought that last year when they didn't actually hire a general manager. I'm like, that's probably what they're doing. They're going to give him enough rope to hang himself. The problem with that, I don't believe that anymore. I just believe that Cal just dictates what Bill O'Brien does because he actually listens to Bill O'Brien because he doesn't know what he's doing himself. And he's just, okay, Bill O'Brien sounds like a smart guy. I'm going to let him do it. But the problem with that, even if he was doing that, you know how far you send your franchise back? Because, like I just said, he doesn't have no regard for draft picks. He trade draft picks willy-nilly. Hey, 2 2s here, 2 1s there, 3rd over here, 4th over here. And you can end up with a situation because if this falls flat on his face, which I actually think is going to happen, you're going to end up with a bad salary cap, because you fired your cap guy, a bad salary cap, no draft picks. You're going to put your franchise back 3 to 4 to 5 years with the franchise quarterback. Most of the time, people set their franchise back because they don't have a franchise quarterback. You're going to set your franchise back with the franchise quarterback. And it's going to be a situation that if Deshaun does finally get it done, it's going to be like a John Elway situation that it took him, it's going to be at the back half of his career, like his last 3 to 4 years when he finally gets it. Or is he going to be like a Dan Marino or Jim Kelly, or guys who maybe get to one every now and again, but never really get it off. Or maybe get close. But and I'm talking about guys who actually been through. I know Dan Marino made the Super Bowl the second year. Kelly made it through. And Kelly and that Buffalo Bill team actually had people. We're going to see. Now, I could be completely wrong. Jack Easterby can know exactly what he's doing. Bill O'Brien can know exactly what he's doing. Hey, you want me in the kitchen and cooking the meal? Let me buy the groceries. Everything might work out exactly how they want it to be. I really don't believe that. But it could. And if it do, I'll be the first one to come on and say I was wrong. Celebrate my championship. Woo! And I was wrong. I don't believe that, though, because of the arrogance of Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien is Jerry Jones without the money, the charisma, or the rings. We can say what we want about Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones got money. He's a billionaire. He got 3 Super Bowl rings. And he's very charismatic. He can he can sell. He's spinning sell them Cowboys like clockwork. Who wants to be in the room, Bill O'Brien? Bill O'Brien doesn't have any charisma. Obviously, he's not a billionaire. He's a head coach. So obviously, he's not a billionaire. And has no championships. Like I just said, he coached for the Patriots and didn't win the Super Bowl. Patriots went to 9 Super Bowls won 6 in the past 20 years. And Bill O'Brien was in that building and did not win a damn Super Bowl. He don't have a ring his damn self. No type of ring. At least when Kubiak came here, Kubiak had a ring as a quarterbacks coach and had 2 rings as offense coordinator. His job worked. And then went on to Denver and won off of defense. It wasn't his offense. He let Payton do what he do, but he's also Super Bowl head coach. He has 4 rings. Got 1 as a head coach, 2 as offense coordinator, and 1 as a position coach. Bill O'Brien has no rings nowhere. No college rings, no NFL rings. I don't know. Maybe he got high school ring. Maybe he got state championship somewhere. I don't know. But he has the ego that he has, like a Jerry Jones, but he just had none of the good qualities of Jerry Jones. None that Jerry Jones had, like none of the money, the charisma, or the championships to back it up. None of that. But he has the ego, though, because he won't give up play calling. I'm going to call plays to a 13th ranked and 12th ranked offense. But yet, we trust you to bring in, because bring in more players for what? Like and I like the players don't get me wrong. I think Conley's going to improve. I like Duke. I like Kenny Stills. I like Larry Matunsis. I like Carlos Hyde. He doesn't use them properly at the job we hired him for. But yet we expect him to do increase. We expect him, we give him a promotion, expect him to do better. And don't let them fool y'all. Yes, it's still the same. Like it's going what they've been doing a couple months ago, but now it's concrete. The buck stops with him because he officially has a title. He's the only coach in the NFL right now that officially has a title. The only one right now, while Bill Belichick is still in the NFL, Sean Payton and Pete Carroll, other coaches that are very qualified, are still coaching, but he's the only one with the official title. And it has nothing. What qualification does he have for it? But yeah, he got it. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Comment below if you haven't. Click that bell, get more videos. Holla.